Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. My name's Nick Granville. This is my daily thing I do on YouTube. So I was thinking about it. I've seen a few of these lists of, the 5 greatest this, the 5 greatest that. And I was thinking, what are the greatest rock riffs that are around? What would I consider my top 5, right? And I've seen a few of these lists lately where I've seen some total rubbish on it. Things that are not even riffs, for example. They're just a chord progression and you go, that's not a riff. Or songs that, you don't know. You've kind of going, how is it that I've been a professional musician for 30 plus years now and I've never heard of this riff and it's making this list, and I'll go and I'll look it up and I'll be like, whatever. So anyway, this is my 5. If you disagree, that's totally cool. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you would add to the list. But remember, you have to take something out to add something to the list. So let me know what you'd possibly take out. So coming in at number 5 is the Rolling Stones tune Satisfaction. I'll probably get copyright notices for all this stuff, but whatever. So Keith Richards played that on a Les Paul. So I'm using this guitar here. Any kind of solid body guitar with a humbucker in the bridge will get you in that territory. And he used a fuzz pedal. But to me, it doesn't sound overly fuzzy. So you don't want a real heavy fuzz. You can hear that's got a bit of fuzz on it, but it's not crazy. I'm going to show you how to play all of these. They're all pretty simple. So if I just do it with one finger, it's 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret. Now I'd never play it with just one finger, but that gives you an idea of how it goes. So that's my pick for number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Eric Clapton and Cream song, Sunshine of Your Love. You'll notice with all of these riffs that you could play these and anybody would know them, not just musicians, and that's kind of one of my criteria. I want songs that everybody knows. To me, if you're going to have you're going to be in the top 5, everybody knows them. So coming in at number 4, this is Sunshine of Your Love by Eric Clapton and Cream. So there's 2 variations on it. First one. Right, now you can play it down here, but it doesn't sound the same. Sounds more correct here, right? So that's the first way that he plays that particular riff. And the second way, he adds in another couple of notes and jumps one part up. Right, and it's neck pickup, warm tone. That's kind of the sound that he used on that, tone control wound back a bit. Warm kind of tone, right? So that's Sunshine of Your Love. That's the one that comes in number 5. I'll play it for you slowly. Right, and I've seen it also done. And then, of course... Okay, so coming in at number 3 is Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin. Right, and that is one that everybody knows, right? It's such an iconic riff. I've seen that on a few lists of top riffs, so I thought I had to include it. Now, there's something that Jimmy Page does in there that's kind of interesting. It doesn't sound like that to me. It sounds like a slight bend on it. But again, Les Paul... bridge pickup, thick, solid body, tone, distorted. It's all good stuff, right? And played with lots of attitude. Jimmy Page wasn't mucking around. When he played stuff, he gave it some. Okay, coming in at number 2, Smoke on the Water, right? It's one of those riffs that everybody learns probably as one of their first few tunes. Right, right? And it seems easy, but it's really not. To play that well is not easy. I've seen people do their own variations on it. I saw a thing of Steve Morse, who was in Deep Purple, go. I've seen people go. And those just don't quite sound like it. But also seen people go. It's not that, it's. There's a certain length and a cutoff to those notes that make it really punch. It's also quite a warm sound. It's sort of a Stratocaster type pickup. So a single coil of some sort with that kind of meatiness about it. That's what it sounds like to me anyway, into a Marshall of sorts. Okay, and here we go. This is number one, in my opinion. My favourite guitar riff of all time. It is Sweet Child of Mine, right? The Guns N' Roses classic. I'm going to play it at standard pitch. It's actually tuned down to E flat, but I can't be bothered tuning down most of the time. We'll just play it up a step and that's fine. So that to me is the most iconic guitar riff of all time. You play that and it doesn't matter where you play it. You play it at a wedding, you play it at a bar, you play it for everyone except for, maybe your great-great-grandmother or a 2-year-old child. They're not going to know it, but almost everybody else in that middle gap is going to know that song, right? It's actually in D flat. It's detuned down to E flat. I just play it at regular pitch when I play it. There's a couple of ways to do it. You can detune it if you want. Most of the time I can't be bothered. I'll just play it down a semitone. Right? But we'll play it at regular pitch for now. Right? So it's really just one part, one riff. Right? I'll do that again. So 12, 15, 14, 12, 15, 14, 14, 14. And then the second one is exactly the same, but starts with this note instead. Right, which is an E note, and then the next one. And back to the first. So are there any you think I've missed, right? For me, those are the 5 most iconic guitar riffs that I think are the greatest of all time. Now, there are some honourable mentions. There's a couple that I were tempted to put in there. Right, that was definitely one that I was tempted to put in there, but I thought, one Led Zeppelin song is enough, right? Paradise City by Guns N' Roses, that's got a great riff in it. I did think about Day Tripper, but I wouldn't consider that rock. So for me, it was like trying to distill this down to rock, things that everybody's going to know, and things that are really iconic. You couldn't really imagine them being played on any other instrument than the guitar. So if you disagree, leave me a list, your list in the comments, or maybe if you agree with some of it, then maybe let me know which one you would replace and with whichever you think should be in there. I play rock gigs. I'm a session musician. That's what I do. I'm a recording artist. I record my own stuff. My stuff is generally jazz. I come from a jazz background, but I also play a lot of blues gigs. I play a lot of funk gigs, and of course I play a lot of rock gigs too. I'm playing in the show We Will Rock You in about a month's time. And in that, I'll be playing all those classic Brian May, Queen things. And again, Queen was one I was considering too, right? That could easily fit in the 5 riff, right? That could easily fit in the top 5 list, right? As the Bohemian Rhapsody riff. There's heaps. But anyway, I play a lot of rock gigs too, and I really enjoy playing rock. To me, I don't see rock and jazz as any different. Great rock is just as good as great jazz, in my opinion. I hold Jimi Hendrix in the same esteem as I hold Wes Montgomery. They're equals as far as I see. They're both innovators in what they did. And of course there's a heap of Jimi Hendrix riffs I could have added in there anyway. Maybe we could get to a list of 100, but it's getting a bit silly. But for now, I thought I'd do those 5. Those are my top 5. But like I said, if you like this, subscribe. If you disagree, leave a comment below. Please like the video. All that kind of stuff helps. Hit the notification bell if you have subscribed. All that kind of stuff so that you know when I'm doing videos. I do these every day. And I do a live video once a week on a Sunday night. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.